The net is up, the paddles are out, and Bob, Cecilia, Lynn and Wolfgang are in the throes of a game of ping pong. It's how these Saanich seniors prefer to spend their Monday morning, sharpening their competitive edge and keeping their minds active. It's one of several programs offered at Silver Threads in Saanich, the place to be if you're over 50. And to get to this centre near Tillicum Mall, most seniors drive, like 66-year-old John Higgs.
We enjoy having a drive, and then we also we go visit friends and that, and shopping.
Higgs says he's still comfortable behind the wheel, but knows that in the not-so-distant future he'll have to hang up his keys and look for another way to get around.
We live in an area where we can walk a kilometer or 2 kilometers to stores, and we may find that we walk one way and take a taxi back or the bus.
But he knows not all seniors recognize that their days of driving will end, perhaps sooner rather than later.
Sometimes I see somebody driving ahead of me that's very slow. I really back off a bit because you never know what they're going to do.
And with an aging population on the South Island, what some are calling the grey tsunami, the idea of slowly weaning seniors off driving rather than pulling their licenses altogether is getting some attention.
You know, just as we get, the graduated licensing, maybe we need a graduated delicensing program, recognizing that, with age, unfortunately, we lose faculty and certainly abilities certainly diminish in some people.
The idea was floated in the July issue of the Canadian Medical Association Journal, and something the CRD Traffic Safety Commission is looking at. It could include no driving at night, no driving in certain areas of town, and something on the vehicle or license plate that identifies the driver as a senior.
And ICBC have a stat that I think a lot of people don't appreciate. When you look at drivers over 80 and the crashes that are involved, they're responsible for 70% of those crashes. So the suggestion that they're careful and other people are hitting them, no.
Dr. Stanwyck says the idea of a graduated delicensing program is just a discussion at this point, but it's one that gets seniors talking. Here at the Saanich Silver Threads, opinions are mixed.
I think that would be a good idea. I see as I drive around, I get concerned sometimes that I see people that maybe shouldn't be driving, and some people may have to do it earlier than others.
I think it's a wonderful idea. I'm really, really in favor of it because I do know some older drivers who, and I mean, okay, I'm an older driver, but I know some that are older still, and I think, I don't know.
But bring up the subject with some seniors and the idea just doesn't fly.
I don't think it's fair. No, I think seniors are intelligent enough 98% of the time that if they don't feel comfortable at driving, they will voluntarily stop driving themselves.
Responsible for the crashes, they're involved in that.
Dr. Stanwyck says when it comes to the number of seniors, the South Island is where Canada will be 10 years from now. So he says it makes sense to have this discussion in the capital region, a discussion he says will be done with plenty of consultation.
And the answers have to be sought with the senior population. This is not something that should be imposed.
Stanwyck also says there are other options for seniors who have to give up driving, and says the CRD should be looking at transportation planning that takes more seniors into account. It's a conversation that's in its early stages, but one that is expected to gain more and more momentum as our population ages. In Saanich, I'm Nikki Ewanyshyn.